So today we are going to make cream cheese pumpkin muffins and plain pumpkin muffins and pumpkin muffins with chocolate chips in them. So basically, pumpkin muffins 3 different ways. This is a recipe that I make every single year. My family loves it. We typically do not do the cream cheese muffins because I'm usually the only one that likes those, and I try to stay away from the sugar. But for this video, I'm going to show you how to do it. You need to take some softened cream cheese in a bowl and mix it. And I need and an egg, and I need some sugar. Now, this is going to be your filling. If I can get it to combine. Let me get a whisk real quick and I'll do it that way. I'll try and do it this way and see if it'll combine together. I had to split the cream cheese mixture because it was just going to be way too much, because we're going to take one recipe and split it. So I am sure that this is not supposed to be this runny. So but I really need for it to. We may add just a little bit more cream cheese to that, just to kind of make it more solid. Okay, so this is the part where we do the main muffin. So we're gonna follow the recipe on this, pretty much exact. I do kind of mess with the sugar content a little bit, trying to just cut back on all the sugar. My husband's fine with sweets, he just don't want it overly sweet. And sometimes this candy, you've got 2 1/4 cups of flour and 2 cups of sugar. That's a lot. So I'm going to cut back on that, but I promise you I'm going to give you the original recipe at the bottom, and then that way you can follow it however you choose. It's very forgiving, and I usually do a 1 bowl mix on it. Yes, the proper way is to make your liquids and your dry ingredients separate and then add them together. But if you don't on this, it's fine. This is very forgiving. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to start with our dry ingredients first, because we're going to have to sift them with our whisk like we always do. So let's start with 2 1/4 cup of flour, and I'm using self-rising, but you can use all-purpose. There's 1. Okay, there's 2, and 1/4. All right. Now we need 3 teaspoons of pumpkin spice. I make my own pumpkin spice, and be sure to look for that video. We need 3 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, because I'm going to put together a dry mix video so you can see all the dry mixes that I make, and they really make a big difference, better than packaged or any of that. Alright, so that's all. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the sugar. Instead of doing 2 cups of sugar, we're only going to do, there's 1, we're going to do about half. A little touch more. There we go. Alright, so now that's all your dry ingredients, unless I forgot something. Okay, so you need to kind of whisk all those together. In case there's any lumps, you don't want a big white spot in your orange muffin. And this recipe that I'm using, I have used for years and years and years. And Like I said, it's very easy, adaptable to anything. It doesn't really mess anything up if you add to it. I got it from All Recipes years ago. 2011 is when I printed the copy that I have. So that tells you it's been around a minute. So let's move on to our next thing. We are going to do 2 eggs, but they need to be beaten first before you put them into anything like this. You know, with it being that much flour. So let me empty them into a separate little bowl. You need 2 eggs. Okay, and they need to be lightly beaten, just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Got that in there. A half a cup of oil. Okay. All right, let's mix this together. Now you can use a hand mixer or stand mixer if you want to, but I hate having to lug out extra equipment. I hate it like anything, especially if you got little ones running around. It's just one more thing to either have to clean or put away. Alright, so there it is, a little bit combined. We are still not finished. Let's see what's next. We did our flour, we did our pumpkin pie spice. We did our eggs, our sugar, and our oil. The only thing left to do is pumpkin. And you need about a cup of that. So let me get a knife. And this is not a pumpkin pie mixture or whatever. There's 2 different things when you go to the grocery store to find pumpkin. You have to make sure you're picking up the right thing. You have to, because if not, it's going to mess up the whole recipe. This is 100% pure pumpkin. Nothing else. No other seasonings. Nothing. So make sure that you're picking up the right thing. I'll show a picture of what I've got. This one is, I had just picked up from the dollar store just to have extra. So that's what I have. 100% pure pumpkin. Okay. Alright, now this should come together fine because the pumpkin is going to give you a little bit more liquid. My oven is already preheated to 350. But like I told you before, we're going to do this several different ways. So, you just keep stirring this until you've got it good and combined. Plain is what I do the most when I make these. It's just easier. I don't have to get out anything extra. And this recipe, once you print it up, you'll see where it separates it. It'll separate the cream cheese part out. So when you go to make it and you don't want to do the cream cheese part, that's fine. It's already separated out. You just remember to keep that, you know, don't do that portion of the recipe. But I was also going to tell you, I make my own pumpkin pie spice, but you can get it in the store already mixed up. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Alright, there's your batter. And we need to start. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to split this up as soon as I find my muffin pan. We are going to try to split this up evenly, but that very rarely ever happens for me. So I have this. I have a muffin tin that's about, I'm going to try to see if I can get this. It's an old muffin tin that I got at the thrift store. It's like my favorite one. It makes 12 at a time. And right now I'm spraying it with cooking spray. Okay. Now, put this here so you can see it. And you never fill this all the way up. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a look at our cream cheese and see if it's solidified at all. All right, let's see. It says to divide half the batter among the 24 lined things. Drop in the batter. Put a little bit of filling in it, by tablespoon. So, I'm gonna get a tablespoon out. My little pathetic little muffin tin here is bent. There we go. Bend it back the other way. Okay, so I went ahead and I put just a little bit of batter in the bottom of the pan. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not, but so what you're gonna do next is take cream cheese mixture, 1 tablespoon per each cavity. So just, like I said, I had to shorten this or lessen it. So it may be a little bit too runny. When you do the full thing, it's probably not gonna be that runny. Maybe a little thicker. So hopefully this won't mess up. What we're going to do with the remaining cavities, we're going to just put plain in there, because like I said, I needed to do some plain muffins too. And then when it comes out, we will do some more plain, and then I'll add chocolate chips too. And that'll be our pumpkin muffin 3 ways. Okay, see you in a few. This has got to go in 350-degree oven for 20 to 22 minutes until the toothpick in the center inserted will come out clean. We got to make 2 more plain muffins to continue our whole 8 of each. Okay, now if you look down in this bowl, you'll see the remaining little bit of batter, which is probably not going to equal 8. I'll be surprised. So, all you gotta do is put in how much chocolate chip you want. Now, I wouldn't do too much. I'm just going to do 1 little handful, 2. I think that'll be enough. Not that much. You don't want it all chocolate, no pumpkin. So, all right. Now I have sprayed 4 cavities, because you know I told y'all in the beginning I probably wouldn't do it right, because that's how I always do. I plan one thing and something else happens. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll spray the cups as we go, because you do want your muffins to turn out right. Okay. I got just enough to make a tiny little muffin. I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to just add to what's there. Okay, we can do 1 more. Let's do 1 more right here. Okay. Remember what I said, get you a small little teaspoon to kind of help scoop it out. Some people use ice cream scoops. I just never like that. I feel like it wastes battery. I don't know. Alright, and then I got just a little bit left, so I'm going to kind of fill these up. Now, if you want to, let me get the camera to turn around and we'll look over here. These are the cream cheese muffins and some of the plain we first put in there. And they look like they did really good. So, I'll show you the finished product here in about 20 minutes after these get done. See you in a minute. Okay, so there you go. 3 different ways to make pumpkin muffins using a single batter that you can add all kinds of things to. You got plain, chocolate chip, and cream cheese. And it's a really good basic recipe. I've never tried to freeze it or anything like that. It's a 1-bowl recipe. It's really easy, really good, really fun, and perfect for year round. Alright, y'all. See you next time.